Now folks, I just need to preach on this Gillette Fusion razor, which is by far the coolest razor ever created. By far. And this is so loaded with threes, it's awesome. Everything is by Divine Ordinance to the glory of the Triune God. So first of all, we solve Gillette equals 90, bang on the nose. 90 equals king in Hebrew, in 3 letters no less. It's basically God's like #1 number practically for the number 3, because God is 3 people. So Gillette adds to 90, okay? Bang on the nose, because God is 3 people. God is a team, okay? And this is called the Gillette Fusion. Fusion is the official word to describe how the sun gives energy to planet Earth. As in, there's no word more important in science than that. Fusion, of course, sun divides by 3, it equals love. But fusion adds to 84, divides by 3, and it's stunningly beautiful. So Gillette Fusion together divides by 3. This is a razor, which divides by 3. Blade divides by 3. Knife divides by 3. And of course, razors and blades and knives are all shaped like triangles in order to cut. Why is this the case? Because the God who wrote and is writing this story of world history, which involves every single tool and gadget ever given to mankind, is sovereign and takes the glory for all of it using numbers. And he is 3 people. That's why it's his favorite number. And of course, hair divides by 3, and beard divides by 3. And face divides by 3, and head divides by 3, and person divides by 3, and human divides by 3, and people divides by 3. Why? Because God is 3 people, and you go to hell if you don't confess that Jesus Christ is God. And our schools are going to hell if they don't teach the children that Jesus Christ is God. And the country will go to hell spiritually and morally without the teachings of God in the school system. So that's why I'm so passionate about explicating all of God's glory in every single detail of every single thing in world history. I'm going to solve right now the colors of this very razor in my hand. Because everything can be solved to the glory of the Triune God. And I am led by the Holy Ghost to do this. It's called color law, okay? You do the math on the colors in the combination. We have white and silver together in the handle. That is like the most obvious combination in this. And Gillette does this all the time, like on their, name branding, whatever. White and silver, white and silver. White, okay. Do the math on the letters in white. White equals 65. Silver equals 85. Well, what happens when you put a white plus a silver together? You get a double of 75, which equals 150 perfectly. It's king for the number 3. It's perfect. It's beautiful. White and silver. I encourage you to see all the... Do a Google image search for white and silver. And just... This sweatshirt is basically capitalizing on white and silver. Black and silver also works beautifully to make a multiple of 3. And orange, which is a very POW color. Isn't it amazing that my current dress actually matches this razor perfectly? Everything is by Divine Ordinance. I go shopping. This was the first time that I discovered this. They have this flex ball technology, and boy did they hit it out of the park. It's the first razor that basically rotates left and right. That's the whole idea. And they just nailed it. And they have a demo that just, boom, I was like, yep, these people are just hitting it out of the park. So, orange divides by 3 perfectly. Better yet, make it a neon. Neon divides by 3. I happen to be wearing, while I was shopping and discovered this, orange and white and silver. I'm like basically matching the color scheme of this razor I hold in my hands. So add orange to the party of white and silver. Now you're up to 210 perfectly, which is the famous 21 times 10. 21, a 7-fold set of 3s, king for the number 3. And then, the last 2 colors that you add for this razor are blue and green. Well, we all know that blue and green are one of God's favorite combinations, because if you look at Earth from outer space, you see a lot of blue and a lot of green. Should we be surprised that blue plus green divides by 3 perfectly? Blue is 40, and green is, quick refresher, 42 is 49. Sorry, blue plus green equals 89, which is the 24th prime. It's the law of prime, 888, okay? So that's how that works. And on and on and on. More color schemes. You can add the light blue and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into that level of detail. But I gave you like the biggest high level ones going on here. White and silver, and then orange as well. And of course the name Gillette equals 90. How many strokes do you used to write Gillette in all capitals? Well, you can solve that. 2, 4, that's another 8, 12. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Good. Okay. And of course it is a device which divides by 3. This is called a device which divides by 3, or it's called an instrument which divides by 3. It's all, so everything in world history divides by 3. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And man, this is seriously. Thumbs up. Gillette equals 90. We solve the whole company. You take the glory for the company. So Gillette is the most important thing I want to finish with on this video. Gillette, stamped on all their products, adds to 90 perfectly. Okay, on top and bottom, head and tail. Gillette adds to 90 perfectly by divine ordinance to the glory of the Triune God who owns world history. So, give thanks to Jesus Christ and God the Father and the Holy Ghost who ordained Gillette and gave you all the Gillette products that you use. We currently have thousands of people in Canada using all sorts of Gillette products on a daily basis that have never once in their lifetime given thanks to Jesus Christ. And if you die before you have confessed that Jesus Christ is God, you go to hell. Because it's that putrid. If you daily and nightly, for your entire life, ignore this screaming universe of unbelievable generosity and abundance that is screaming out the number 3 in such profusion it's embarrassing. God is 3 people, and He will not be taken lightly of. He will not be ignored. He will not think it lightly if you just keep partaking of things down here and never once seek Him and don't pray to Him and don't seek the knowledge of Him. He will ultimately decide when your life ends, and He alone has the power to cast people into hell or to let them into heaven. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through Him. Confess Him as Lord today. And let's get these revelations into all of our schools. How God takes the glory for everything, and I mean everything, in world history. Every name, every company, every brand, it's all solvable using basic grade 3 math. We just solved the word Gillette. It adds to 90 perfectly. And there's so many 3's in there, it's ridiculous. Because God is 3 people and God is love. Done. Simple. And on the story comes.